Hello, everyone. Welcome back in.
Hello. How's it going?
Oh, it is going good for me, guys. Leave those ice cream scoops in the chat. This is going to be a legendary podcast, Bewick, because we're actually going to be talking about ice cream and video games, like in one. Like we're not
Cold
forcing
Stone
it.
came after our brand, not the other way around. Okay.
Did we play any part in? No. No. These things take like years to like happen. Bewick, how the heck are you doing, man?
So good. Just worked pretty much today. Didn't get too much done. That's about it. How about you? How's your day?
I like that attitude. Bewick comes in here and says, "It was a great day, Pat," and I'm like, "What'd you do?" And you're like, "Work." Like that's it. You're a good employee, man. How many plaques do you have? How many plaques do you have?
I mean, I do have this one right here.
No way.
Presented to me.
All right.
For one follow on Twitch.
Thank you. On Twitch.
Shout out to Wilbo for that plaque.
There we go. So while we talk about this first topic, you know what? You might actually want to wait because I gave you guys 3 flavors to choose from in the poll. Which ice cream flavor do you prefer? Chocolate, cake batter, or strawberry? Because we're going to talk about a Nintendo collab with Cold Stone Creamery. Before I get into that, though, Bewick, before the show, I'm like watching the chat, and there's like I counted at least a dozen people that don't know what cake batter is. Cake batter ice cream.
Dude, cake batter's the best flavor on there.
Okay, well you're wrong, but I just wanted to.
What?
I just wanted to bring that up because no one knows what cake batter is. So
it's not quite cheesecake, right? It's kind of like that.
It's literally cake batter, cake flavored ice cream. Like, come on.
Yeah, okay. All right.
It ain't that deep, people. People are like tipping cars over and stuff, not knowing what cake batter ice cream is. Okay.
What are you, a strawberry guy, Patty?
I'm a chocolate guy.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm a chocolate guy all day. But here's the thing. Cold Stone Creamery and Nintendo have partnered up, and they've come out with 3 different flavors. And this is pretty amazing. Some of the images are on the thumbnail of today's episode. But there's a Mario, an Animal Crossing, and a Kirby flavor. And we got to decide on the best one. Well, you can pick your favorite or whatever.
I am excited that Animal Crossing is getting some shine, though. Because I feel like even out of all these, I feel like Kirby and Mario still are bigger names that most people talk about or know,
Yeah. Animal Crossing's yeah, out of this, definitely the oldest game, which is weird. Yeah, Animal Crossing, Mario Party. Is Mario Party Superstars older
than Animal Crossing?
No, that came out last year.
You mean the New Horizons specifically?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. But anyway, I let you guys vote in the poll, but we're going to go off of these flavors. So this first one is called the Mighty Pink Puff, which was also Bewick's nickname in high school. So this is a Kirby inspired creation that has strawberry ice cream, strawberries, mini marshmallows, and caramel. Does this one do anything for you? I don't know.
The name's terrible. I don't know. Marshmallows are pretty good. I don't know. Marshmallows and strawberry sounds kind of weird, though.
Yeah, I kind of get that. I mean, I like strawberry ice cream, not a ton, but you put in strawberries. Yeah. Caramel is the thing that's kind of throwing me off. Marshmallows make it sweet enough, and then you're dropping caramel on there. Interesting. The next one is called Superstar Sparkle Blast. Or no, Superstar Sprinkle Blast, which was my nickname in high school. And this is cake batter ice cream, yellow cake, blue frosting, and rainbow sprinkles.
Okay, that one sounds pretty good. It just sounds like a giant cake, though. I'm not the biggest cake person.
Yeah.
I'd much rather have pie if I'm gonna have a dessert.
This seems like a lot. Cake batter ice cream alone. Okay, that's really sweet. You know what? Let's put some yellow cake on top of this. Okay, it's sweet enough. Blue frosting and sprinkles.
That's sprinkles, yeah.
That's a lot for me. And then here we go. Animal Crossing Rise Up. This is called the Island Getaway, which I think out of these 3 names is definitely the best one.
Oh, absolutely.
And this is chocolate ice cream, strawberries, banana, and whipped topping. Like, not, it's pretty...
That's pretty standard stuff. It sounds pretty good, though. I love banana.
Yeah.
Banana and chocolate, like a frozen banana with chocolate.
Mm-hmm. So I think I like... If I had to rank them, I would do Animal Crossing first, then the Kirby one, and then probably the Mario Party one.
But it shows 3 on the picture, but there's a 4th one.
There's a 4th one.
This Rainbow Sprinkle Road. A Mario Kart yellow cake with sweet cream, ice cream, star sprinkles, and blue frosting.
Okay, so kind of like a little mixture of both of those.
It's basically the same. The first one, though, it's a cake.
Is that a Mario
Cake with
Kart
sweet
one?
cream, ice cream? Yeah, Mario Kart
Kart
yellow cake, sweet cream, ice cream, star sprinkles, and blue frosting.
Interesting. The thing I like about these is they each come in their own like special cup. There's like an Animal Crossing cup with like the game on it. There's a Kirby one, Mario Party, and because it's Cold Stone, these are each gonna cost $20,000. So if you have 20 grand,
I'm a doofus. I misspoke. The Rainbow Sprinkle Road is a cake. It's an actual cake.
Oh, okay, all right. So there's a cake. All right.
Yeah. So there's three ice creams and a cake.
Okay.
Have you gone down to your local Cold Stone to see if they have this or not?
I have not. I don't even know if there's one near me. There's probably
Drop your
one.
address.
Yeah, let me. Okay. I mean, listen, I'm a Ben and Jerry's guy myself. Like, there's a couple Ben and Jerry's kind of close to me. I can go, I can just get a tub of Ben and Jerry's. I'm not extra.
You like some
this.
half baked, probably.
That's yours, and then I have fish food. Fish food is mine.
Fish food's the best.
Fish food is my personal one.
I know you like to chew your ice cream, so.
I do. I like the Tonight Dough also. That's a pretty good one.
I don't think I've had that.
Oh, okay. Try it. Step it up. I don't know if that changes anyone's answer here, but you guys are picking chocolate, followed by cake batter and strawberry. Interesting. I thought I knew all of you, but I guess not. I don't know. Do you like collabs like that? I think they're super cool.
I mean, I think it's cool. It's the more stuff that Nintendo does that's more like mainstream like that, I feel like the better.
Yeah.
Especially when you get games like Animal Crossing getting some more shine like that. I'm into that.
Yeah. I don't know. I like when things come up like that. And guys, I mean, it's very subtle, but like Animal Crossing is still there, right? Animal Crossing's in the picture still. Like,
that's true. I mean, Kirby is more dead than Animal Crossing is, right?
Oh, Kirby.
I would say.
Kirby was dead in like a week. Animal Crossing's still going. Okay, so let's get into the first scoop here. Bewick, there's been leakers. There, like the headache of just like the Nintendo community lately has just been unbearable. And Nintendo said, "Hey, all the leakers, here's another special edition. Here's a special edition console for you." And Splatoon 3 special edition console, Pro Controller, and OLED case was announced. First thoughts, you copping this? Talk to me.
My wallet is gonna absolutely hate me because I think it looks amazing. I think it's got to be the best looking special edition we've gotten, right? It's the only OLED special edition we got, but we have the Mario edition Switch. I think there's a Fortnite one, which I know you have 3 of. There's the Animal Crossing one. There's
a Monster Hunter one.
There's a Monster Hunter. There's like some lights that are special, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. There's
like
a Pokemon and Monster Hunter.
Right. But this looks awesome. I love at the very least, the Joy-Cons look amazing for these, I think.
Yeah, they look really cool. I will say that I agree with you. I think this is by far the best one. And here's the thing. You and I were kind of having a little chit chat back and forth on Twitter, and there was people defending, including you a little bit, but like defending the Animal Crossing Special Edition. Listen,
right.
I like it. It's very subtle, and that's like what I like about it. But man, come on, they're plain Joy-Con. It's just like a little graphic.
No,
on there.
this is definitely the best by far, especially since it's OLED. You can't compete with the OLED for sure.
Yeah.
But is it worth getting this if you already have an OLED?
Yeah, that's the tough thing that we're gonna discuss soon. But yeah, I mean, it looks cool. The Joy-Con are like this nice gradient. They're not like neon like they've been before. I like how the dock is like white, but it has like a paint splatter on it. Like they know how to make cool looking consoles. I kind of wish they would go back to this and give us more, which I do think they're going to give us. And then they also came out with a Pro Controller and an OLED case. The Pro Controller is blue and yellow, sort of like the Switch is. Now, they've done this in the past with Splatoon 2. They came out with special Joy-Con and a Pro Controller. They didn't do a Switch. Yeah, they didn't do a Switch. So this kind of like, the more that I think about it, I'm like, yeah, this totally makes sense. Picking up the whole thing, Pro Controller, case, like everything?
I don't know if I'd get the case and the Pro Controller. I think I have 2 Pro Controllers.
Yep.
I have 1 case, but I don't take my Switch enough places to justify getting an additional case.
Yeah.
But the console is pretty sick by itself.
Yeah.
Plus, they got Krakens on there. I have to get it.
You're the Squid Boy. You gotta get it.
They got some Krakens on there. We gotta get it.
But this is cool. They actually haven't had any like new hardware in a while. Well, this isn't new hardware, but like new editions of that and new, controllers in general. So it was nice to see. Now, here's the thing. People are still going. People are still going on.
They're still going.
Guys, can you believe it? There's still people that think we are going to get another Switch console. And like to that, I say, who hurt you?
Well, you don't think we are.
I do think we are, but like, we got to break this down, dude. The thing that people aren't realizing is the Switch is not slowing down. Okay. So like, if you have a product, especially with like chip shortages and, other parts that are short because of the pandemic, why would you go ahead and make another new piece of hardware? The software is killing it. The hardware is killing it. Lights are selling. OLEDs are like, I just don't get where the next console needs to come in. And I kind of relate this to like Mario Kart a little bit, where people are pushing for Mario Kart 9 and like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is still selling well. So like, why put out
at full price too?
At full price. It's not even like it's 20 or like free or anything.
Why are people still buying Mario Kart, dude?
It's fun. It's the best game on Switch.
Oh. What?
It's in the top 3. It's in the top 3.
Top 3 games on Switch?
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
No. Like
what?
That's your top 3 games of all the games on Switch?
Of
like your personal, or are you saying selling?
Of all the games on the Nintendo Switch, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is in my top 3.
So you're going what? Breath of the Wild, Animal Crossing, Mario Kart?
Yeah. Wow.
No way. How is it the best game?
Are you just not... I'm not even a big Mario Kart guy, and I think it's top 3.
That's why I'm confused.
At least top 5.
I mean, I'm playing Link's Awakening right now, and I feel like that's more enjoyable than Mario Kart.
I don't know. I didn't think we would like hit a brick wall here, guys.
I didn't think so either.
Where do you rank Mario Kart? Is it? Oh, just say yes or no. Is it top 3? Like
top 3 games of all time?
First of all, it's the best
Death's
Mario.
Door better. Are we talking
like?
Dude,
okay.
Death's Door way better than Mario Kart? Are we talking like just specific?
Who is this?
My mind right now.
Who is this?
Like, we're clearly talking about just Nintendo games specifically, right?
Nintendo Switch games, yeah.
Because why wouldn't you put Skyrim on there?
Okay, well, I'm talking about like Switch game, like Nintendo first party. Let's say Nintendo first party.
Okay, that's different. That's not what you said.
It's gonna get spicy today. I know it. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the best Mario Kart game of all time, first of all, and it's
okay.
If you're looking at Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you're looking at a fleshed out battle mode, and with this booster pass, you're getting a ton of courses. How many courses are in this? Ton of them.
The booster?
Like all together.
I feel like there were like 60 or something.
It's a crazy thing. And you know what? I will backpedal. People calling me out now. Out of anything, I still like if we're considering all the games, Skyrim, Portal, that you're all fake about, I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is in the top 5. Top 5. Still.
Top 5.
Still.
You're gonna double down on that. Okay. Well, did you know that we're all Mario Kart creators now anyways? Have you seen that going around?
We are, because YouTube doesn't know. So I've been posting my videos.
YouTube hates Animal Crossing.
I've been posting mine as Happy Home, because I think Happy Home is still there.
Yeah? Yeah, Happy Home is still there.
Yeah.
We're definitely getting sidetracked.
But anyway, wow, Mario Kart 8 tangent. Didn't see that one coming. This console looks cool. Let's see. I'll be honest with you guys. Am I buying it? I'm thinking about it. I do have an OLED. I have an OLED already. Like, I don't need this, but like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have way too many Switches right now. I do have the Mario one. I have the Animal Crossing one. I have an OLED. So it might be worth, for me, it might be worth getting rid of something I already have to get that.
Yeah. I just wouldn't get rid of like a special edition console, because they're crazy. The Pro Controller, definitely will get.
What if they sell the Joy-Con separate? You snag those.
If they do everything separate, which honestly, I hope they don't. I know it's more pro-consumer if they do, but like it makes the special edition less special. So if they come out with Joy-Cons and Pro Controller, I'll skip the Switch, honestly. Like, I'll just go for those two.
Right.
But yeah.
Is there a game that you would? Because what I think is going to happen is, I think, since we're talking about the next console coming up, which you seem to think we aren't really, you think we are going to get it, but not very soon. Sounds like.
I think if you're talking like what everyone wants to hear, like the Switch 2, Switch Pro, Super Switch
Pro, yeah. Super Switch.
I'm thinking like,
you are not in charge of naming things. We established.
I think Super Switch would be dope. I don't know about you, like little nod to Super Nintendo. Why not? What Super Switch? You guys would buy a Super Switch. I know you would. Honestly, I'm thinking earliest 24.
Wow. So you think we're gonna go all next year with that one?
Because, dude, here's the thing. We have the Mario. We have, what is it? I look at some of the games, and I think it's Mario Kart, and the course pass goes to like 2023. You have games that are on the Switch now, and their DLC is going till 23, 24. So like,
that's true. Look at Monster Hunter, that new pack that just came out.
Yeah, so like,
that's gonna be for a while.
These third-party companies would be in the loop with knowing if there was a new console or not. So like, hey, why would we invest our time and money into our games? Give people 2 years of DLC, and then like, oh, by the way, in that first year, another console's coming out. So like, we hope you stay with our game, even though there's like, I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
Yeah, but there's Wii and Wii U where they have a lot of, you can get Twilight Princess on the Wii, and you can get Twilight Princess for Wii U.
How'd that work out?
It didn't. But I'm just saying they've done that in the past.
Yeah, they've done that in the past. Here's what I want, okay? Here's my dream, and I don't know if anyone's...
It's all about you, Patty.
Here's what we want. No. I've heard that one before. Here's what I want, okay? I want a powerful Switch, but like, here's the thing. A dock-only Switch. I want like just a box that you play, and it's like a Switch. It's a Switch system.
You want a fun box.
I want a fun box. I want a fun box. But here's the thing: your OLED can be your portable system, and then you could have a cheap one too with the light. And then the powerful box can run 4K games and like third-party games and stuff. I know that kind of defeats the purpose of Nintendo Switch, but we have to pick and choose our battles. Do you want a console that's going to be a true portable, but the games don't run well, or do you want choices and be able to play some of these games at home? And I'm biased because I play games on my TV.
So you want them to do? You'd be fine with them doing away with the Switch model where you can just pick it up and go.
No, I want choices.
So you just want you want a Switch Pro, whatever it's called, and then you want like basically an Xbox that is a Switch, like a stay-at-home. You can't move it, but you also want the same capabilities in a mobile one.
No, I think that the OLED would be your portable system. It would still run Switch games, maybe not as good, but like Nintendo Switch first party games run decent. Like, you know, there's not really a ton that's wrong with them. I know we have some things like, you know, Animal Crossing that lags a little bit, but like it is what it is.
Right.
So like you can have your OLED, you can have your Switch Lite, but for the hardcore, because that's definitely a market in Nintendo now, you have your stay-at-home box, you know?
That's a hard sell, I think. I don't know how they go away from the Switch model right now. I don't see them doing that. They're like we've talked about before, where they dominate the handheld like market, right? No one's I mean, Steam Deck's trying to, but they're really not competing with that. And I don't see them getting rid of that. Yeah. I don't personally want them to get rid of it. I like being able to just pick it up and move on with it.
Oh,
you know?
I love that too, but like we're talking, I think Nintendo, honestly, I think they're terrified of going to the next console, because they were at a point. I remember when I first started YouTube in 2017, there were like mock-ups people were doing of like Mario on PlayStation boxes and stuff, because the rumor was Nintendo was going to get bought out. They were doing that poorly.
No way.
Well,
maybe they were. They're not now.
And people were saying, no, they're not now. But people were like, oh, they're going to get bought out and things like that. They've seen what that side is with the Wii U. And now they struck gold with the Switch. So, like, I feel like they're terrified to go to that next console. Like, and I would be too. Honestly, you have something that has worked. So, like...
See, I feel like they've kind of perfected the recipe. Mm-hmm. With the good balance between both, and then all they need to do is just make it a little bit more powerful. They don't have to do much for people to be excited about it.
Yeah, I don't think. I just it's weird to think of Nintendo making a console that like is at the level of like Steam Deck or even PS5, or like I think we're still generations away from that happening.
Right.
You know, obviously I think they're going to still do handheld, but like as an alternative, if you want to keep your core Nintendo players, maybe you do something weird like that. I don't know. But anyway, people are still, you know, stirring the pot with rumors. And here's why, okay? So there's a couple Chinese manufacturers, okay? And here's the significance with that, all right? So whenever a piece of tech is brought into production, it's usually like it's leaked from China. 9 times out of 10 it's leaked from China, because that's where all the plants are and stuff. So they actually leaked the Splatoon 3 special edition the night of when it came out. And they're also saying that another console is coming in September. It's going to be revealed in September, Buick. These are the people that literally leaked the Splatoon 3 overnight. If this happens, like, what are your thoughts on this? You're really going to sell people a new OLED that comes out in August, and then the next month, here's a new console. Like, how do you feel about that?
If it's September, that would track with, I think they're tracking that with the next Direct, right? That's when a lot of people think the next Direct will be, like the big Direct will be in September. I would hope we got something earlier than that, but I could see it being a couple months before we got another Direct.
Yep.
Releasing a special edition OLED doesn't strike me as a big, huge move like that. So just because they're releasing a special edition one, I don't think it's not like it's the first OLED to come out. So I don't think it's supposed to be this big, huge, grand thing like we're saying it is, because I feel like it wasn't like that for any of the other Switches. Like when the Animal Crossing one came out, it wasn't like, this is the next big, great console. It's just, this is a special edition one. But we're blowing this up because, you know, there hasn't been a ton of new like Nintendo news. So this kind of is a big deal because we haven't heard much and we didn't hear anything about it.
I will say though, that this one got a trailer. This, like, they made it seem
that is true,
like a big deal.
That is true.
Like, this seemed to me like, hey, this is your console to buy for the holidays. And honestly, like, I'm looking into this more, and I think a new console, I just don't buy it. Like, I mean, I will buy it, but I don't buy the idea of it, like, being revealed so soon. I think that something revealed in September is probably going to be a Pokemon Special Edition OLED, because Pokemon's coming out in November.
That is true.
And they do.
Okay.
I mean, Pokemon has a ton of Special Edition stuff, so.
Right. They also have a huge community. The Pokemon community is much bigger than Splatoon. So I could see them doing that for sure. What I think they're doing as far as the next console is waiting for Breath of the Wild. Why not launch Breath of the Wild 2 with the new console?
Interesting.
There's so much. It's hard to think that because there's so much done. We think with Breath of the Wild 2 already.
Yep.
That it would be hard to think that they're waiting for that reason. But I think what better game to launch a new console with?
I just think
Breath of the Wild 2 is
going
to be huge.
I just think it's too soon.
But we still don't have a date for Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are saying spring. That's when the other Breath of the Wild came out. I mean, spring would be fantastic. They've already shown a lot of it, but they came out and said like, "Hey guys, it's not ready yet," which I like when they do that. I mean, I don't like that it's delayed, but I like that they're transparent like that. I'm either saying spring or fall for Breath of the Wild, so they would have to announce that console like in the summer then, or I mean,
spring or fall of next year for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I'm leaning more towards fall, but it could be close. I just don't know.
If it's fall, then I could see a console being out next year.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think what's going to happen, realistically, this is my honest thought. I think, obviously, we got the Splatoon 3 Special Edition OLED. I think we're going to get a Pokemon Special Edition, and I think we're going to get a Zelda Special Edition OLED.
They have to give us a Zelda Special Edition, whether it's this one or the next one. Like, that's got to come out. And then Breath of the Wild, that would be such a sick console, too. Yeah. That would look cool. It'd have all the ancient stuff all over it, probably. That would be sick.
Out of those three, you're choosing Zelda all day? It's tough, though, because the Splatoon one comes out first.
Zelda or Splatoon, which one am I getting?
Which one, like, if you only had one choice?
It's gotta be the Zelda one.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
I mean, the Splatoon
one's sweet.
It's fun looking, though. Splatoon is like just a fun environment, so it looks cooler.
Yeah. People are going to resell those Joy-Cons, too.
100%.
Unfortunately, there's going to be a bunch of resellers that snag those and throw them on eBay or whatever else. And those are going to be skyrocketed the second they get them in their hands.
I also want to ask the chat how they would feel about this, because this is the other rumor. These rumors are just like getting out of hand now. They think, because, I mean, listen, these manufacturers are saying September they're going to have a new console. The other big rumor is an OLED Switch Lite.
That would be pretty cool.
How'd you feel about that?
I would be into that. I'd be into that. I feel like the Switch Lite, like, I feel like there's not that many people that have Switch Lites. I feel like them getting some love. I don't have a Switch Lite, but I feel like it being an OLED screen would be a way better product than the one they have, for sure.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. My thing is, let me dock the Switch Lite, and I'll buy 10 of them. Like, they just feel better.
That's not a Switch Lite.
Well, why? Why can't they do that?
The Lite selling point is that it's not a dockable and it's only a portable thing.
Its selling point is it's cheap.
It's cheap because you can't dock it. What are you talking about?
Here's what you do, Nintendo. Hi, my name's Patrick.
Here we go.
Give us an OLED Switch Lite with a little port at the bottom where you can dock it, okay? Just sell the Switch, sell the dock separately so that you cut down costs. Your Switch Lite is still cheap. And, there you go. Everyone wins. Pat does a backflip.
Then why are you getting a Switch Lite?
Because it's comfier. These Joy-Con right
like
here,
it better?
they feel like they're going to snap off. Switch Lite is like one unit, right?
Right.
It's a little small.
You just want to get rid of the Joy-Con thing. So you want to get rid of the Joy-Cons and be able to link your controller to it?
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of a Switch Lite. I like that I have a portable only console, but here's the thing. I also have Pro controllers. I have Joy-Con. So if I want to dock it, I would like the option to do that. I mean, I just got dogged for saying a dock only Switch, but the Switch Lite doesn't switch. That doesn't switch either. So like, the name doesn't mean anything. So I don't know. Does that
is that why that's called a Switch? Is because you can switch from portable to a TV?
Ladies and gentlemen, the last person alive that didn't know that. What? Yes.
I didn't know that's why it's called a Switch.
Oh man, we got some work to do. Okay.
Guys, I just work here. Okay.
Yeah, that's why it's called Switch. I don't know. There's a lot of.
Look, I'm just trying to take the heat off of Pat for once. Okay.
Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. Marie, thank you so much. But those are the rumors right now. More special editions on the way, a whole new console on the way, or an OLED Lite on the way. Honestly, I'm at the point now where I just want games. I don't really want new tech for Switch. Like, it is what it is. I've come to terms with like, it is what it is.
I'm happy with how it runs personally.
Yeah.
I feel like even Animal Crossing, which is like supposedly known to lag a lot, it only lags when you have way too much on your islands.
Mm-hmm.
So I like never get any lag with that. The connection is like the biggest complaint, but Nintendo Online's never been that great anyways.
Yeah. I don't.
But
really...
also, since we're talking about the lights, why doesn't the Lite get a Splatoon Lite? Why don't they launch 2 at the same time?
That is kind of strange. I mean, honestly, my wallet is like, thank you for not doing that, but
but like, how cool would a Splatoon 3 Switch Lite be? That would make me more inclined to get a Switch Lite for sure.
That would be cool. They've come out with like the pink, blue, yellow, and gray, and then they've come out with a Pokemon one, and that's it.
There's a Monster Hunter one, right? Something like that.
Oh yeah, there might be. Yeah. So they haven't really gone crazy with those. I like that the Switch Lite is an option. I like that, you know, your buy-in to play Nintendo games, well, with the game would be like $260, but you know, it's still a nice.
They do have that cobalt looking blue one too. That one's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I like that
it's
one.
Not quite teal. It's like the old like Game Boy Advance color.
Yeah. So we're gonna go back a little bit because when we were writing the show notes, this was the only thing I had because this was the big breaking news thing. There was a rumor of a new Switch before the Splatoon 3 was announced, and that was because Nintendo privated the Nintendo Switch OLED and the Switch Lite trailer. And this in the tech world is a huge like red flag, huge like, you know, because Apple does that as well. So like if you have, you know, the iPhone 10 coming out, all the iPhone, you know, the previous iPhones, all the trailers would be privated. Now this is interesting. Now I will give you guys a little bit more context here. There is a channel called Kit and Krista, and they used to work for Nintendo, and they actually tweeted about this, and they said that this is probably nothing. It probably relates to some licensing or music that was in the trailer or celebrities that were in the trailer, so that this could be a licensing thing. Now, they did tweet that before the Splatoon 3 Special Edition came out, so like that kind of wasn't true.
Right.
Does this do anything for you that these are privated? Why would they private these?
I don't know. I'm kind of confused on that.
Yeah.
Like I know that I don't think them that goes against literally everything we said about them coming out with one. They wouldn't private them if they are coming out with a new console. They're not going to private them this early if it's coming out even next year at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That would have to be like they're going to drop it in the next couple months, and I don't see that happening at all.
Yeah,
I don't see them doing a direct in say September, and then being like, also pre-orders available now for the new Switch Lite Pro or whatever it is. There's no way.
And it was interesting because they actually privated both of those trailers, and then the next day, the Splatoon 3 Special Edition trailer came out. So obviously they're doing it because they don't want people to search like OLED and then just see like the plain one or something. But the Switch Lite being privated, That's weird to me. That kind of backs up that rumor of like, hey, we're gonna have an OLED Switch Lite.
That's got to come real soon if they're privating that stuff already. Because why would they want the Switch Lite to not be popping up like that?
That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. You guys can check right now, but they are still privated. I'm 98% sure that they are. But that's weird. I mean, in the tech world, that's like a big giveaway that like we have something new coming up.
Something coming, right?
You know, and that would help like search and stuff like that. So that is we have a lot of pieces of evidence starting to build up. We're going to continue to follow this, but like, I don't know. Switch Lite OLED.
I'm curious what they could add to a Switch Lite. You think OLED's enough to add to the Switch Lite to make it a bigger deal?
I'm trying to think like.
So like the screen will be a little bit bigger, maybe it'll be a lot nicer. I will say that I played with the regular Switch until the OLED came out. Right, once the OLED came out, I snagged one of those, and it is like night and day difference. It's incredible.
The OLED screen.
Right.
Yeah.
So if that was just the only update to the Lite, I could see those selling really well.
See, my mind goes to special edition because of what you're saying. They don't have enough to make it like the next thing to buy. So like,
right.
I think they're going to continue to sell the Switch Lites, but hey, we have a Pokemon OLED Switch Lite. And I think that's like when you think of Pokemon, you think of handhelds.
Sense.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that does track because they do have the other Pokemon Switch Lite that is special edition, and we don't have a regular Switch that is Pokemon edition, right?
Yeah.
So I could see them doing that, but still, is that not so early for that? July?
That's kind of early to private.
Very beginning of July.
That's kind of early to private. I don't know if they just wanted to like private both of them to get it out of the way, or you know, but that's interesting.
Meanwhile, some Nintendo intern that has no idea that the light ones are private right now. It's like, oh no, I messed up, guys.
Did you say both the trailers or just one? Yeah, that's rough if that was a mistake, but interesting. I think for me, the only way that I'm buying a Switch Lite is if it is OLED and there's like a little thing at the bottom, man. I want to dock it.
I want to dock it. It would have to be a really sick, like custom special edition for me to get a Lite, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
I have like 4 Switches right now.
Jeez.
I need to get rid of these.
You need to get rid of like one or two.
Yeah.
Well, you have the Animal Crossing Special Edition. You can't get rid of that.
Yeah.
And then you have, what else do you have? You have the Mario.
I have the Mario one.
Keep that, dude. That's gonna be keep that.
Yeah,
one.
that one's cool. It came with a case and all that stuff.
I love that one. That's probably my second favorite. It's very plain, but it's like
it's like just
blue
red.
dock.
No, it's all red.
Oh, it's all red.
I should have brought it in here. I'll show you guys next week.
Okay. Yeah, like I have the Animal Crossing Switch here, and you can kind of see like the backing. I thought it was okay. I don't know. It's they didn't really try on that one, but
yeah, it was the only one at the time, right? I mean, did the Mario one come after that? I think it did.
Yeah, either after or right before. I'm not sure.
Right. And anything Animal Crossing, obviously, we're gonna jump at. So they could probably release another Switch that's Animal Crossing, and we'd probably jump at it.
Yeah.
An OLED Animal Crossing Switch, I'd get one.
Mm-hmm. So we have some big news coming out of E3 land. I don't know if you guys are big fans of E3. I personally am. But E3 tweeted this out today. The Entertainment Software Association announced today that E3 2023 will be organized in partnership with ReedPop. So ReedPop organizes PAX, EGX, Star Wars Celebration, New York Comic Con, and other events, as well as the owner of several leading game media brands, including Games Industry. Together, the two organizations will host E3 2023 in its traditional home at the LA Convention Center during the second week of June.
Let's go.
That's super exciting. Super exciting. The event will encompass both digital showcases and in-person components that will also be open to consumers. And media registration, which has been streamlined and given added security, will open later in the year. More info to come. So, Bewick, my next question.
Yes, sir.
We meeting up or what? We doing this?
Absolutely. That was going to be my first thing.
I'm
Going
kind
to
of down.
E3 has always been like almost like a bucket list thing. I've always wanted to go to E3, check out all the new games and all that stuff. I think it would be sick. And it's in LA. It's like a 2-hour flight for sure.
Yep.
We should go. 100%. And second week of June is my birthday. I know you know this because you're a great friend.
Ooh,
So
okay.
we should do it.
I'll
I'll be turning 22, so
42. He means 42. So okay, this has me excited for a couple reasons. First of all, E3's back, and that puts pressure on what we talk about, Nintendo. Okay, so Nintendo has to have a summer E3 Direct that they didn't have this year. So that is, everyone please applaud for that because you want that. Okay. The other
Absolutely.
thing that I'm excited about is the company that's taking over this, because EGX, New York Comic Con, those are like prime events. They are run smoothly. And I had a couple friends that went to E3, and their big complaints were that this was a mess. Like because it used to be a press only event, and when they let regular fans come in, that's when it got really messy. So this is exciting, dude. Like I'm tempted. I gotta go.
Oh, that would be an awesome thing to go to. I mean, when I found out that they were gonna get rid of E3 and they were canceling it and all that stuff, obviously we know why and everything like that, but still a huge bummer because E3 is like you look forward to every year to see what's the new stuff coming out for like each console across the board, not even just Nintendo, but everything. It's always been like the show of the year for what's coming out, next gen stuff, all that. So. Definitely exciting stuff always comes out of E3.
Yeah. E3 is just like our Super Bowl pretty much. Like I mean, every company comes together, and the fact that it's now coming back, I think there's a lot more hype on it. Obviously today it was announced, but you'll see like next year people are going to be counting down the days for this to come out. So Nintendo will definitely be there. I'm just going to confirm that right away. My source is me, so that's always super reliable. And I thought
I like what Sarah says. 2 Scoops E3 travel vlog.
Ooh, okay.
Absolutely, that would be fun.
How far are you from LA?
Exactly this many miles. And let me dox myself real quick. I'm like driving wise.
Over or under an hour?
Driving or flying?
Driving.
Over. I'm like 7 hours from LA
wow.
driving.
Okay. All right.
But flying is like an hour and a half.
All right. So we'll both fly. We'll do a slow motion run up, hug at the gate type of thing. Get tackled by security. You're not supposed to be here. No. No, that would be fun. I've always wanted to go. Like that's definitely like an event that I would want to go to. Also, I like PAX. PAX East in Boston's always a good time. And then they have different PAX. I don't know, PAX West and things like that. So that is exciting. And now, guys. What emote should we use? Because we're going to be talking about the idiots of the week. That should be a new segment. That should be a new segment. What's a good emote for an idiot? What's a good emote for a dumb company? I don't know.
They're about to use your face, dude. Careful.
Please do. Please do. Everyone's favorite creator. Nicole loves me, okay? No, don't use my face as the... Okay. There is this company, small indie company, called EA.
Okay. Oh, yeah, small, very small.
Electronic Arts. And you know what? You know what I love better than memes, Bewick, is when corporate companies take part in memes. Don't you love that?
Oh, support large corporations, guys. They're really struggling.
Yeah. Super, super genuine. Anyway, EA tweeted out, and this trend, like, can we make this stop, please? EA said, they tweeted this out, and it got a ton of flack. They said, they're a 10, but they only like playing single-player games.
All right, let me stop you right there. Can I just tell you how dumb this trend is?
The trend is really dumb.
Am I just old and I just like don't get all the internet memes, or is that just
48's
the
not
dumbest?
Old. 48's not old.
Dude, I don't get the whole. She's a 10, but she likes to play Frogger instead or something. I just
yeah.
I don't
She's a
get it.
10.
She's a 10, but she watches NintenTalk. I don't know.
Okay. Why? Why am I always the thing? Okay. Oh God. He's a 10, but he's mean, and he has a beard. Okay. So they tweeted this out, and if you're not familiar with EA, they just continue to drop the ball and like take L's. EA has The Sims, has Mass Effect, has Dragon Age, some of the best single player games ever, and they absolutely got torched on Twitter. And like you had some of those teams of those development teams tweeting, quote tweeting and saying like, hey, like what the heck? Like, it seemed like a fun little thing for EA to do, but it's embarrassing. If you work for this company, like it's so embarrassing. Like imagine if your company tweeted out something and just like ripped on you. Like
I wish they would.
That'd be so funny.
I wish they would. But I just don't get it. I don't get why. One, it's not funny. Two, EA needs to be on the side of winning things. Like they mess everything up. Their microtransactions like crazy. Their games are they're putting games out that are half finished and stuff like that. I remember like Anthem was a game that was supposed to be amazing.
Yep.
And then it just like half their games just tank. Just poor moves. I don't get it.
And I like some EA games. Like I think EA does some good stuff. Like, I do
too.
Need for Speed and things like they have some good games and
they have like old games. That's what they should be doing is bringing back old stuff. They need to get Skate. The new Skate that's coming out, they need to get that out. Skate 4.
And the thing about EA is that they like half support the Switch. So like, they'll put games on the Switch and whatever, but like some of their more popular games, they just don't.
They're terrible. They run so Switch is a complete afterthought of games for EA for sure. It's like, where is NHL?
Yeah.
I know everybody likes sports, but my God.
Plants vs. Zombies, that's also EA. Yep. Yeah, I mean, you probably play EA games. Sims is huge, but like
Sims is huge.
Yeah. But so they just were like the laughing stock for that day, and a ton of just employees are like tweeting out and stuff, which is very brave, by the way. I don't know if I would necessarily do that. Like,
no
go
way.
up against.
I wouldn't even admit I was an employee of EA. Probably. Yeah.
But they're saying like, hey, what about me? I'm on the Mass Effect team. Like, people are posting like screenshots of like Steam and like the top 10 most popular games are all single player games. So it's just like, it's just like a weird joke for them to make. So EA responded to this, and their quote tweet is probably, I didn't think that there could be a worse tweet than that first one, but this is even worse. Okay. Cause they backpedaled. All right. They said, they quote tweeted their original thing and they said, roast well deserved. We'll take this L because playing single player games actually makes them an 11.
Get off the keyboard, Grandpa. Like, go to bed. It's fine. It's dumb.
Now
that's not even funny.
Here's the thing. Do you think that is better, or should they have just deleted the original? Like, what's worse? What's the bigger L?
They should have just left it. They should have not deleted it. If they delete it, that's worse. If they say we take the L and playing single, like, you can't. That doesn't make any sense. They should have just not done anything. Take the L and move on. Tweet something else.
So you could do one of two things, and they chose the first thing. You could like quote tweet yourself and say like, "Hey, we were wrong," but they didn't even do that. Well, they said like, "We'll take the L," but they made another joke. Like, who's running that account? Me? Like, what? They made another joke. So you could either do that, or you could delete the original post and make like a notepad response, like, "We were wrong. We love our teams."
That's so fake. That's like, I really learned from this experience. Like, this is like. Real tweet, emotional, not clickbait. We make single player games.
It's just a weird EA, man. I don't know. I don't know what was up with that. Guys, if you have any comments, leave them in the chat. I will be scoping them out, and I'm pretty good about that. Buick has some questions lined up. Hopefully they're not from EA.
Well, also, what do you think about? Did you see that the GameStop CFO got laid off? I think it
Oh
was
yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can go into that.
Now, I'm just curious what you think this means for places like GameStop going forward, because I know you and I like to get physical editions of games, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot easier to get them from somewhere like that, or I don't know, whatever your local game store is, or a lot of the ones that you and I were even looking up on these more special edition ones where they aren't games that come in physical,
Yep.
but then other companies pick them up and they put out physical editions. You think
Limited
that's gonna be make
run.
it a right?
Yeah, things like that. So
Super rare
the
games.
CFO left, and they laid off a bunch of.
There's GameStop CFO out, layoffs across the company, including at GameStop proper and Game Informer.
Mm-hmm.
Unclear how hard people have been hit, but doesn't sound small. A number of reductions, as per a company memo.
I'm just going to go out there and say I don't know how GameStop has lasted this long. I've been covering Nintendo news and making videos, for a while now, and every single story I've heard about GameStop is just awful. They had that crazy boom in stock a couple years ago, and what did they do with that? They funded an NFT marketplace. Like, they're just take your money and just leave, because this is the modern day sort of like Blockbuster thing. Physical games aren't going to be around, I feel like, in the next couple generations of games. You're going to get digital only. They're already making digital only, consoles. So, like, man, if I'm GameStop, I kind of pivot to something else, or like, buy out something else or something like that. But yeah, it's just not a good look. And they've tried to bring in people before. Reggie Fils-Aimé, who worked with Nintendo for a while, they brought him as like a board member and stuff. They've brought in talent to kind of like right the ship for a while now, and it's just nothing's working. Like, I don't really know if I had to give GameStop advice. Like, I don't even know. What do you think about GameStop? Like, you obviously go there, but like,
yeah, I mean they have a lot more like collectible stuff now. Like, as the years have gone on, they start bringing in more like the action figures or like statues and plushies and things like that. Yeah, they get that kind of thing going. But I don't know where they could go from that to. Can you rent games from GameStop? You cannot rent games. That might even be a thing. Start renting games out. I don't know.
Renting games would be interesting. I think the only play, like, this is like the Hail Mary, like, to end the game. I think, and they already do it online, so this actually wouldn't be like a weird pivot, but GameStop should turn the ship around by going into the retro market. They should buy and sell retro games and have retro games in the store. I'm talking GameCube, N64, NES, the whole thing. But here's the thing with that. There's a lot of fakes. There's a lot of, there's a lot of repairs when it comes to retro stuff. So, like, GameStop would have to invest a pretty good amount of money to get talent in there to, like, be knowledgeable and things like that. So,
be able to repair that kind of stuff, fix it so it works well and for a while. Then you gotta buy out all these. They'd have to buy out all the smaller, like, small businesses that's what their specialty is.
Yeah, so that's going to create
a lot of smaller. Yeah, there's a lot of smaller shops that have old Game Boys, old Nintendo 64s, Xboxes, like all those old games. And those are going to have to go by the wayside if someone like GameStop's going to jump into that market.
Necromancer says, problem is the stores are usually super small space-wise, hard to fit modern and retro all in one store. Yeah, they need to do something, man. Like, maybe they outsource the physical consoles, like, online. So, like, if you walk into a GameStop and you're like, hey, I'll have a PS5 and 5 PS5 games. I don't know how you're affording that, but, like, okay, here are the PS5 games, and we'll ship your console. Like, have, like, warehouses that have all the bigger stuff. I really don't know. Honestly, I even think, like, with retro, it's doomed. GameStop is, like, I don't really see.
That's just that's everything, not even games. Like, everything's being ordered on Amazon or everything's ordered online now, so you really don't have to.
So I frequent GameStop enough to be like, to have like the membership and stuff. Like I have the card and everything.
Like the pro rewards.
Yeah. And it's actually a good deal because the card costs $15, but every single month you get a $5 off coupon. So like you can use it to anything. So so I have 2 copies of Metroid Dread, right? I have the regular copy of Metroid Dread that I bought, and I have a special edition Metroid Dread that I didn't think I was going to get. So I have 2 copies of Metroid Dread. So I went on their app the other day and looked how much they would give me for Metroid Dread. Does anyone want to guess the amount? It's a $60 game still. You go to Walmart, you go to Target, Amazon, it's still a $60 game.
I'm going to say $25.
$25.
$25.
$13.
The newest Metroid game?
The newest Metroid game.
$13.
$13.
What?
So here's the thing.
No way.
Who is selling their games to GameStop? And like, B, how do they have so much stock? Like, whenever I go to GameStop, they have a ton of used Nintendo Switch games where it's like, man, put your games on eBay or like, Facebook Marketplace or something, because they used to be decent with trade values. And I know the big meme is that they never were, but
right.
I know that you used to be able to trade full like $60 games, and they used to buy them for $40. I remember they used to buy them for $40. So
yeah, a brand new game you used to be able to get a decent price on for sure.
Mm-hmm. So what they will do with that what they will do with that is they'll give me $13. They'll resell that game for $55 and pocket the rest. I mean, they're a business; they should be doing that, but like that's ridiculous. Like
$13 for that Metroid game, which is, I don't know, within the last 6 months, right?
It's still $60
Something
anywhere
like that.
you go. It's never been on sale.
You can get $26 for MLB The Show right now. That's double Metroid.
That's ridiculous.
It's not even a Nintendo game.
And it's different if you want cash. I think it was $10.
Yeah,
if you want.
You get more if you're gonna spend more there, right? You're gonna get more if you're gonna trade it in for something else. You're gonna get there.
Yeah.
But cash is like, you're getting $2 for a brand new game for sure. They don't want you to take the money and go somewhere else.
Yeah. I still do like GameStop, but not for that. Like I don't trade my games in to GameStop anymore. Like I'll like throw them on eBay or whatever, but they do have some like cool collectible things there. They do have like some accessories that are GameStop exclusive. I don't know where it is right now, but I have like a Animal Crossing carrying case that looks like the Dal logo and that has all that.
Right.
And that's only at GameStop. So like that's kind of cool. I like when they do that. And they have like exclusive GameStop collector boxes and stuff. So they have a lot going for them, but man, it is rough. Maybe GameStop should go into like one of those limited production things and like
that would be awesome.
Yeah, like have
that
games.
would be cool.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
I'm all for those games. I've been getting super into it. I even got this one came in this week. Death's Door, which I can't stop talking about for some reason.
It's so good.
But this one is pretty, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. It looks pretty sick. It's like sealed and everything. They only made 5,000 of them. This is 650 out of 5,000, which is awesome.
That's dope.
But like, I love stuff like that. It's not like there's no physical version.
Yeah.
For the Spotify people, it's like just a custom, basically version of Death's Door. That's all sealed in a nice box, and it's numbered 650 out of 5,000. So that stuff is cool. I used to collect a lot. I mean, I still buy some like limited run stuff, and it's just cool. Like a game that never was physically. Now the thing about that though is that there's so many games that have a day one update. So it's like, even if you get games physically, you have to have that day one update, and that update may not always be accessible. So like, they really got to fix that. Like, give us like finished games, and obviously like DLC and stuff like that. So, right.
But I still like it. I still like.
Yeah, gone are the days where you can grab a game, throw it in the console, and it starts right away, right?
Dude,
that never happens anymore.
I miss those days. What I don't miss is like renting a PS1 game and then it's like scratched to hell, and I'm like, what do I do?
It doesn't play.
Yeah.
What I miss is the instruction booklets. Now it's just like, here's an empty box.
Yep.
Have fun. It's like, what the heck?
So I ordered a Wii game the other day. Actually, I'm wondering if
Oh, good. That's still popular.
I'm wondering if anyone's ever played this. Let me get it.
Okay.
Okay. So I ordered a Wii game. It is Harvest Moon Animal Parade.
Oh.
Okay. I've heard good things about this. I didn't play this one. But the game itself, dude, like manual, disc, it's hefty, man. Like it's weird holding a game and it's like super heavy and stuff cuz like Switch games they have nothing. So going to be playing.
I mean, even some games used to come with like a full map. Like it would be a thick game. You pull it out and it's just like a full-blown map. Like where is that stuff at? We're paying more than we ever were for games. Yeah. So why are we getting less?
Yeah, it's weird. And like that's the other reason why I like those limited edition games is because like there's not just a case in there in that box that you have. There's like other, you know, there's probably an instruction manual and things like that. So
you like art and stuff like that too. Yeah. Yeah, that's always cool.
Speaking of like show and tell and stuff, I bought a couple games, Buick, since last week.
Ooh, what'd you get?
So if anyone was interested, I'll start with the boring one of the two. Well, it's not boring, but Mario Rabbids.
Oh, that wasn't Harvest Moon?
No. Whoa! How dare you, dude? I'm going to have more people on my side for that one. Harvest Moon is a gem.
I was just saying because it's on the Wii, not because it's Harvest Moon.
I will give you my thoughts. Okay. Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle is free right now on Nintendo Switch. It's part of the game trials.
That's true.
And it's also on the eShop for super cheap. So you can actually buy the game for $9. Or you can buy the complete game with all the DLC, which is like that giant Donkey Kong DLC. I think it's like $12 or $13. Which if you work at GameStop, you can buy Metroid Dread. So, so I got the complete edition because I used to have this game, but I sold it. So Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, I bought that for $13, like the entire game. Like that's kind of cool.
That's not bad. That's the first one, right?
The first one.
That was on Switch? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Since I'm not really going to play the second one, I kind of want to like finish this one and stuff.
Right.
And then I think some of you might be interested in this next game. It came out today. It's called Apico, I think, or Apico or something like, I don't know.
Is that the B game?
That's the B game, dude. So
I saw that today.
It's spelled APICO. I don't know how to say it, but it is a bee caretaker simulator type thing. So like think Stardew, but like emphasis on bees instead of crops. And
yeah, it's like bee simulator.
I like it, man.
Farming sim.
Like a bee farming sim. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. And the cool thing about this, so, okay, it is $20 on the eShop, which I think is a premium price. However, they actually donate part of that to help out bees, like, in the world. Like, isn't that dope?
Do they really?
Yeah. So, like, part of your purchase goes to the care of bees in the world. So, yeah, I played.
I don't know why you saying that it sounds like you're lying, but I believe you.
Buick thinks I'm an awful person, okay? And when I'm nice and when I'm good, he just doesn't believe it. He thinks it's all sarcasm. Jeez. I'm trying to be like a nice, shed light on a
try.
game.
You shouldn't have to try to be nice, Pat, okay?
I have to try so hard. It's not even. I have to try so hard. But anyway, I played like little over an hour of this game so far, and it's nice, man. It's very chill. There's crafting involved. You care for bees. You can breed bees. There's a lot of emphasis on like the educational part of bees. I'm gonna start. No, I'm done. I'm done. It's a bee game. You help out bees. Buick, what the heck are you playing? Freaking Fortnite? Let's have an in-depth conversation about Fortnite, okay?
I hate that game, man. I haven't played Fortnite in like a week easy. I'm trying to quit,
Trying to get off the hard stuff and go to bees.
Was Was there a third one?
What? Oh no, those were the only two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I will play
those look
more of
pretty
that. It's very chill. Yeah, I like it. Go check it out. I don't know. They seem nice online. So the developers.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It is. I do like supporting indie games, though. Honestly.
My only critique about the game is that it's very zoomed out. Your character is like small as it is, so it's like very zoomed out. So I'm wondering if like people that play handhelds are gonna pick this up and like have trouble seeing things and reading things. But that's my only critique.
Okay.
But it's fun.
It did. I mean, it did look pretty good. It did look like Stardew,
Yeah.
but bees pretty much, which it looked pretty cool. It seemed pretty in depth too for it being a bee keeping simulator. You know.
Yeah.
See, it's funny, dude.
It's funny when you're talking about it now because you're trying. I love it. But yeah, you make resources from the honey and stuff. It's actually really cool. I like it. It is kind of I like the way that they kind of explain it to you because they give you like spoiler alert, I guess it's like in the first 10 seconds of the game, but like you're moving back from working in like a city, like just like an office kind of guy, and you find out that your grandpa passed away, and like you're kind of like using his field guide to like navigate you through the game. So like I kind of like that. That was kind of nice.
That's like the premise of Stardew, right? Your
Literally
grandpa
every
leaves you a
farming
farm.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you come back from the city to your beautiful house. So
All right, I got a question for you.
all right.
This is kind of creator based a little bit, but how are you planning on transitioning from AC to something else? I personally love the Sabotage League and Scavenger Hunts, but I'll watch whatever you stream. Also, Pat, can you do another House Flipper stream? And Buick, can you give some names of puzzle games? I'll let you take first
No,
swing.
Buick, I want some puzzle games, man.
So there's this really cool bee puzzle game I picked
Oh,
out.
here we go. You're killing my buzz, man. You're killing my buzz.
Oh my god.
Anyway. Puzzle games? Do I have any puzzle games off the top of my head? I don't know, man. There's actually a Story of Seasons puzzle game. I forgot what it's called. Oh, Mad Dash. It's pretty mid. It's not great.
What does mid mean?
Mid. It's like not good, not bad. Just middle of the road, like Friendlies.
Okay, I got
mid.
you.
Part-time UFO. We kind of
Oh yeah.
that one up. That's like a puzzle
In the
game.
video.
Yeah. What was the question? Oh, transitioning from AC. Transitioning from AC.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot
Do you
of
feel
this.
like you need to transition from AC right now?
I don't think right now. I think there was a lot of here's my take on this. So last year, 2021, there was a lot of scrambling after springtime because like summer was like a wasteland of nothing for Animal Crossing. People's views started going down, people's live stream numbers started going down, and a lot of people panicked, honestly. And I saw a lot of channels going to other things, which is totally fine. That's totally fine. Listen, if the thing you're talking about is not getting updated, you have every right to do that. However, by doing that, you lose people, and when the 2.0 update came out, it didn't hit as well as you thought it was going to hit. And like someone like me who like, and you were covering it too, like, you know, the numbers go down, but we're staying with that core audience. So like when 2.0 came out, it was much more of a celebration rather than like, hey guys, I'm back. Let's talk about AC again. So it's like, it's a risk leaving. It's a risk staying. I think you have to slowly transition. I don't think like one day you play Animal Crossing and then the next day you're like a Sims creator. I think there has to be some sort of middle ground in there. Like once a week you play Sims, or like once a week you play Stardew or something like that. So like, have you thought about leaving AC like totally? Or?
No, I mean, I can't see myself not playing Animal Crossing at all, ever. I could see like doing less at some point, obviously. Obviously it's not as popular as it once was, but I still enjoy it. I think like the main thing there is to do now, like that's why keeping things like Sabotage League going and stuff like that keeps it more interesting and fun. But there's obviously not too much to run with at this point. It's like design an island, get rid of it, do another one, that kind of thing, which is fun. You know, the designing is a big draw for the game. So, but again, finding things like going back to old games I haven't played yet, I haven't had a chance to pick up because I've been so focused on Animal Crossing, like Link's Awakening or, you know, those kinds of things. That now is the time to do those types of things for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was streaming the other day, and I asked everyone, I'm like, hey guys, who hasn't played Animal Crossing in more than 3 months? Like 3 months or more since you played Animal Crossing. And the amount of people that said, yeah, I have, you know, the amount of people in the chat that were like, me. And it really opens your eyes because, like, just because the game is dying off, people still want to watch content. Like, I watch content of things that I'm not normally invested in, you know? It's just like, it's something that we can all relate to. That's the reason why most people subscribe to my channel. So it's like, why transition? I do think that we all have to transition eventually, but I think AC should always be a part of it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I can see people, obviously burnout's a real thing that happens. Just not being interested happens. But people get like addicted to the numbers. And it's hard for me too. Like I obviously look at numbers too all the time, and like those things are easy to get caught up in and be like, I have to get off this game, otherwise I'm not gonna grow.
Yeah.
And you know, you gotta do what's best for you as far as like creation goes. But
like
I still prefer Animal Crossing to be like a staple.
Yeah. Like for me, the structure of my channel is like, okay, I'm building an island. So like right now we're building Vegas, but I also have scavenger hunts. I have Sabotage League. I have, you know, this podcast. This is something that mixes things up. So you have to have like a base, but also mix in certain things. Like if you want to have like, I like your first episode of your Link's Awakening playthrough. That's different. But I watched that video and I'm like, okay, well he's not becoming a Zelda content creator. This is just like a little side thing. So
right, just like a let's play playthrough. Yeah, I think having things like that I think that's what keeps Animal Crossing more or less like still, it's not really fresh, but not as mundane, I guess, because giving yourself other things to do, having like a solid rotation or something, like having like a 3-game rotation kind of helps with that kind of thing.
Someone in the chat said, do you think it's too late to be an Animal Crossing streamer? I'm going to say no, but you're at a disadvantage from like when Buick started or when I started, because like when I started, there was no tutorials on anything. There was no ideas anywhere. You're coming into the game late, where there's a video for everything. There's literally there's a video for breeding flowers and catching all the fish and what bugs are coming each month. So you got to bring something unique to the table. I mean, you could just create though. If you want to just, you know, make videos, you can make videos, but it's never too late.
Clickbait them.
You could clickbait. Yeah.
There is an update coming tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Hey guys, so we're going to Harv's because Harv's is new for me, so that's my update.
No, I don't think it's too late. I think it is going to be much more of a grind for sure. If you're like really trying to grow through Animal Crossing, it's going to be tough. Definitely not easy. I mean, I make Animal Crossing videos and it's not like they're taking off, you know. They're not doing terrible, but they're not blowing up. So I think if I had started YouTube earlier, for sure, I think my channel would be a lot bigger than it is already as far as YouTube goes. But starting, and it depends on if you're talking about genuinely just being a streamer or if you want to.
Oh, streamer you can
videos.
do anytime. Streamer,
right?
You know, you can do whatever.
Right. Right. So those are definitely two different things. Streaming, if you want to just stream, you can stream whatever you want.
Yeah.
If you're entertaining, good at a game, you'll be fine. But
there's also something to say about like starting Animal Crossing content with the intention of like really diving into the next game, I think that's also something, because if you start now and you kind of get all the ugly moments out of the way, by the time the next game comes, you're going to be like a pro. So,
Right.
All right.
Yes, I don't think too late, but you know. Do you have certain? This is an interesting one. Do you have certain content creators you look up to, and are there creators you'd really want to collaborate with? I know I'm your favorite streamer. Content creator,
I'm doing both right now. I look up to Buick and I'm collabing with him right now. So I can't I don't think I could name drop anyone specifically, but so okay, well I will. So there's actually a Fortnite streamer, which is weird. Like I pull my favorite things from any genre of game and any video or whatever. There's a Fortnite streamer called Nick A30, and I love the way that he streams. I love the way that he engages with his audience. I love the humor that he throws in there. There are things that I don't like, but I modeled
That's
at least
a big streamer for sure.
Oh, a huge streamer. So there are things that I modeled my streams after when it came to him. But there could literally be a Call of Duty content creator that I might pull from. So for example, you guys really liked
Time Splat.
Time
Love
Splat.
to work with Time Splat.
So for example, there was a little mini series that I did where I was busting myths. Okay, I was busting Animal Crossing myths. I actually got that idea from a Grand Theft Auto video where they were busting myths in Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So I don't look at one person. I kind of look at what's happening. So that's how I do it. I don't know if for you, who is it?
That's a good idea. I mean, my favorite streamer probably of all time is Summit 1G.
Okay.
He's on Twitch, but I rarely play games that he's playing, but I just think he's hilarious. He's usually pretty good at literally every game he plays. But I definitely have taken stuff from him, not just streaming wise, not video wise, but just how he engages with people and stuff like that. And he's huge, but still talks to chat and everything like that. He's got 20K and stuff all the time. Yep. So, but yeah, that's definitely my favorite collab. That will never happen, but
yeah, collab wise, I don't know. I mean, obviously we do Sabotage League, so obviously I would want the biggest of the biggest Animal Crossing creators to be there just to make it the event, the ultimate Animal Crossing. So obviously
you want as many eyes as possible.
Yeah, so Froggy, I'd love for her to compete. I'd love Dagnall to compete. I think that they're great channels. You know, just the bigger Animal. I like having smaller channels too, but just having those names in there is pretty good. So, yeah, it was kind of weird though when I started making Animal Crossing design stuff. There was no one to go to, so I kind of just had to wing it. But yeah, it's hard. There's so many, especially just Animal Crossing in general. There are so many that are so good at this point. Honestly, been fortunate enough to collab with, I mean, a ton. I feel like we've done things like Among Us streams.
Yep. I just did that one Squish build I did with a ton of amazing people. That doing the LCS thing with EJ and a bunch of creators there. Yep. That's a ton of fun. I mean,
yeah, I mean, Crunchy Island, it definitely inspired the whole event scene in Animal Crossing. So yeah, I mean, I just pull from things that I like about certain things going on, and I think that's what I do. But I've collabed with Zach was someone that I really looked up to, you know, making just Nintendo content, being a viewer first. He was one.
Right.
So, yeah. What else you got? I think we got another one.
I got one more.
Yeah, guys, ask any questions if you want to. All right.
Now, you think we answered this, but I feel like we didn't answer this.
I think we did, but you could.
I don't remember this. Wait, maybe we did answer that about double dipping into TikTok.
We
and
talked
other
about that,
platforms
guys, right?
YouTube.
Like, we talked about like restream and stuff. Like our thoughts about like restreaming.
That's like streaming on both platforms at the same time, like streaming from YouTube and Twitch.
Okay, we did.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like the idea personally. Yeah. Oh yeah, because I went into the whole thing about like separating your time. Yes, because I came up with the lasagna thing. Okay, now I know.
What's the lasagna thing?
Like one
You
chat.
have one lasagna in a box.
No, like one chat was like talking about lasagna. The other chat's talking about like the game or something. Yeah, we did.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Someone said least favorite game.
My least favorite game. Holy cow. Well, for a while it was like Stardew, probably. I don't know. Least favorite game. That's tough. It's not now, but like
there's so many bad games. Like, but,
yeah, if you have a least favorite game, you probably haven't invested a lot of time in it, right? So
yeah.
like
I think the easier question would be like least favorite genres of games.
Oh, anything turn-based.
Turn-based, like tactical.
I hate turn-based. Like Pokemon's one thing, but like old Final Fantasies, don't kill me, but I can't. Like I like the new Final Fantasy 7 remake where it's not turn-based, but oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Turn-based is like, why am I even playing this game?
I like a few of them, but I feel like JRPGs for me, it's a big time sink and like it has the turn-based thing. So like,
right.
Yeah, I think that's like one genre I'm not like dying to play. And
yeah,
which
those
is
aren't games
unfortunate.
you don't invest a lot of time in.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate because like the Switch has a ton of them. So
yeah, I feel like that's all we get. Half direct is JRPGs every time.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have the same answer for this, but what game do you have the most hours on? All time, actually. All time.
All time? The only game that I have had as much time as Animal Crossing, it's got to be Animal Crossing, first of all.
Yeah.
I've never put as much time into a game, but I did put a lot of time into Destiny. When Destiny, like the first Destiny, I remember that being the first time I actually checked the hours on a game I played, and it was like close to 2,000. So I played a ton of Destiny.
For me, no, it's not Skyrim. I feel like I put maybe 1,200 hours into Skyrim, but New Horizons is like 2,000. Like,
yeah,
we don't realize how
2,000's low too.
That's super low, and I don't even think I have 2,000 yet. I think it's more like 1850, which is crazy.
Right.
Ooh, Matt brings up a good one. What is your favorite indie game? Well, we know yours.
What's my favorite indie game?
Is it Death's Door?
It's gotta be.
It's gotta
be. I mean, I'd have to really sit and think about that, but Death's Door's up there for sure. So good.
My 3 favorite indie games, I would recommend buying all 3 of them. Not in any order, I don't think. No, I'll do it in order. First is Stardew. I think Stardew is amazing. It's probably in my top 10 like games, which is crazy for indie. Second is I thought this was gonna be easier. Moonlighter. Have you guys ever played Moonlighter? Moonlighter is fantastic.
You just showed me that. I gotta pick that up.
That is it's a dungeon crawling game, and you basically like you defeat enemies and collect resources and stuff, which is pretty common for like a dungeon crawler. But the big kicker is that you actually run a store. So you go back to the town and you sell all of those materials that you've just collected in the dungeon. But if you die in the dungeon, you like lose everything. So it's like a risk reward thing, and you can leave at any time. So Stardew, Moonlighter, and my third one is actually Celeste. Celeste is...
Oh, I haven't played that yet either. I know that's really good.
Buick, you have to play Celeste. Celeste...
I'm going to pull it up right now.
You will cry.
I never cry.
You'll cry. My boy's a crybaby. No, you'll cry. Celeste is just a beautiful amazing soundtrack, like tough game to play. The storyline, there's actually a deep storyline with it, and the difficulty of the game actually correlates to the story. So, yeah, there's a lot of heavy themes in there.
Okay.
Please buy and play Celeste. Maybe streaming it would be funny because it's tough. So I don't know if you
okay.
you know.
I might have seen a couple people play this before, but I would definitely like to check that out. I've seen a little bit of it, but not enough. This is like these jump puzzles and stuff.
Yeah, so you jump through different obstacles and you get powers along the way and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool.
The soundtrack is second to only Stardew for me in terms of indie games. But some other indie games that I really like, Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight's fantastic. And
Shovel Knight.
Oh man.
Shovel Knight?
Shovel Knight.
Have you played Unravel? Any of the Unravel games?
I played the first one. Yeah.
There's a second one out. I've been curious about it, but I haven't gotten a chance to try it yet.
I played the first one. The first one was really good.
What about Hollow Knight?
Hollow Knight I didn't play completely through. But
yeah, I didn't either. That game is so hard, dude.
Yeah. I love indie games, dude. I almost love indie games as much as like Nintendo first party. Like I think they're so fun to just like jump in a game and just
they
like
really are.
You know, get lost in the game.
And they're allowed to take all the risks that like big titles aren't allowed to take. You know, because they have a lot more freedom than some of these AAA titles. So they get to do way cooler stuff half the time, and they're cheaper most of the time.
Yep. Yeah, they're really cool. I totally love indies, and it's just a shame because I feel like the whole idea around indie games is like, oh, these are cheap one-off games. So like these indie devs, man, they put in a ton of time and like at most they can sell the game for like 20. You can't sell an indie game for more than $20. It just won't sell.
Right.
So yeah, those are my top 3. Someone said, will you be playing Super Zoo Story? I don't know what that is. Super Zoo Story.
Super Zoo Story.
Look it up. Talk to me.
Super Zoo Story. It's an open world zoo simulator with RPG elements and pixel art style. And check it out. It actually looks pretty cool.
Stardew, but a zoo.
It looks like Stardew, but dinosaurs and stuff, dude.
Whoa.
Check this out.
Okay.
Heck yeah. It looks pretty cool. I mean, if it was like a dinosaur Stardew, I would be all about. Are you kidding me?
Star Zoo. I like it.
Star Zoo. Super Zoo Story. Build and manage your own personal zoo in the Pixel Marvel RPG. Super Zoo Story. Construct your park, care for your animals, and ensure the happiness of both critters and humans alike. Maybe even find that special someone while building the zoo of your dreams. This looks sick.
A little dino romance?
Yeah. Who doesn't want that?
That kind of looks cool.
Penguins, elephants.
It looks
like... I'm watching the trailer right now. It's on 2023.
It looks like if the Flintstones made a Stardew game. Like the art.
Yeah.
No, it does. It literally does.
There's all kinds of stuff. This looks awesome. I'll check that out.
Okay. Someone said...
That's a little hidden gem right there.
What do you think about No Man's Sky? Have you played it?
I have played it. The launch was brutal for No Man's Sky. It did terrible. Everybody ripped it to shreds. But since the update, it's really good. I haven't played a ton of it, but it has been a lot better. Plus, that's coming to Switch, too.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool.
I don't know how in the hell that's going to run on Switch.
Yeah, I don't either, because that's massive. That's not even a big world. That's big worlds, because you leave one planet and then you can go discover like infinite amounts of planets.
Yeah.
So
I would wait because Alexa said, should we get it? I would wait and see reviews on it. If you have a PC though, if you have anything else that could run it, I would get it on that.
Yeah, I would wait on that. I would wait. That might go on sale too, not too long after. Nicole, jeez. God.
Nicole is my
that might
little
go on
ball
sale-
of sunshine.
I know, dude. But yeah, that might go on sale not too long after it comes to Switch. Is it on Switch right now already?
I don't think it's out
I thought
yet.
it was coming in that last Direct Mini, so
Yeah. I don't think it's out yet. So.
yeah.
There's another game that's coming out. Something Frog Island.
Something Frog Island?
Frog Island. Guys, help me out here.
This is not what you're thinking. This is
I actually ordered the physical on Amazon. There's a physical version.
oh, not a Frog's Tale?
No. It's something.
Frog Island?
Time on Frog Island. Thank you. Time on Frog Island.
Frog Island.
I like the art, man. I'm gonna try it out. I'm doing a no looker on this one.
No looker, going for it. The art's pretty sweet.
The art's sweet.
Ooh.
The art is sweet.
I do
Buick
like the
is
art.
a sucker for game art. I love it.
Oh my gosh. If the art is good, I'm like that's probably like 70%. Art, music, and then how it plays. Probably in that order. You gotta like what you're looking at when you're playing a game, though,
Yeah.
right? I mean, if you're not into 8-bit stuff, you're gonna hate Stardew. I know a lot of people have been like, I don't like the art style of Stardew, so they won't even try it.
Yeah.
Those are huge.
And there's a physical version on. So it's currently on sale on the eShop for $20. It's on sale before it comes out. It's like a little
Well, it comes out in 5 days.
Yeah, it's like a little pre-sale thing. And I think on Amazon it's like $30 for the physical. But
Yeah, that looks cool. I have a little trailer pulled up. I'll have to watch that later with sound and stuff, but that looks awesome.
yeah.
Any Little Nightmares players, indie platformer. Have you played Little Nightmares?
I played the first one. I loved it.
Those are so good. You haven't played the second one?
I haven't played the second one.
Oh, you gotta play through that.
I played Little Nightmares a long time ago, though.
Yeah, they're not new, but
Yeah. I played that, I think, on the Xbox. I think it was like one of the free games or something, or I don't know.
right.
Something.
Or someone asked about puzzlers earlier too. The you ever played Inside or Limbo?
I have not, but those are both on sale.
Those are always on sale. You would probably love those too. Little side scrollers. They're kind of creepy.
They're on sale right now for $1.99
On Steam?
on the eShop.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my! You need to get those.
They're both
You
on
gotta
sale
get
there.
those.
Yeah, because they asked about puzzler games. Puzzlers.
Limbo and Inside are so good. I gotta try Ori too. I haven't played that either.
Yep. Ori's cool. I don't know any puzzlers off the top of my head.
Any Zelda game is pretty much a puzzler. They got puzzles in that.
Yeah. Amanda brings up Oxenfree. I loved Oxenfree. You ever played that or heard about that?
I have not played that. But I did hear about it.
So it is, what I would say like a point and click adventure, but the story is really good. It kind of reminds me of like
Right.
Stranger Things vibes.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I have seen this. Yeah, that looks pretty good, but I have not tried it yet.
Yeah. So those are some recommendations. So guys, that is going to be it for episode 4. Buick, they doubted us. They thought it was going to be me like a 1-2 episode spinoff.
I
right?
know. It's
Here we
rude.
go. Episode 4.
Did you tell them about the merch?
Yes. So the merch, we have actually a big announcement about the merch. So the merch.
Yeah, maybe we'll tell them next time.
Okay, yeah,
wait.
we're kind of pressed for time. You wanted. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll see you later, guys.
We got a heart out.
Yeah. Love you guys.